You don't love prospecting. You don't love reaching out and asking people if they're open to the products or opportunity, which, by the way, very normal. A lot of people don't like prospecting, and part of it is because we don't like rejection. The truth is, none of us like rejection. I like rejection only because I know every time I get a no, I'm getting closer to my next yes. But would I rather everybody just says yes? Yes, I would. I would prefer nobody says no. I would prefer everybody says yes, take my money, I'm in, let's go, fired up, jacked up, and excited, but that's just not the real world, right? How many of you have been in sales? How many of you have been in a business, had a job, or you've been in, things like this before, direct sales, network marketing, whatever, and you've come to realize that the majority of people are just not ready to make a decision. The majority of people are undecided. They are maybe wanting to go with a different product, a different company. Maybe they just don't have the money right now. Maybe the timing isn't good. There's a plethora of reasons why people say no, but you have to have a long-term mindset and realize that most of these conversations where you don't convert a sale, you don't convert someone to actually join your company or buy your product, you're planting seeds. Every conversation, you're planting seeds. And I posted about this earlier today, but you don't get to plant the seed and eat the fruit the same day, and in many cases, the same week, month, or even the same year. Sometimes you plant the seed and you never get to eat the fruit. Nothing comes of it. But some of you, you'll be able to reap the harvest. Some of you, because you have enough conversations with people, you will reap the harvest. You will create momentum. Even if you don't see it yet, you have to faith it till you make it. Write that down. Faith it till you make it. And if you do it long enough and you have enough conversations and you build up your reputation, you build up your credibility, you will start converting some people. But if you hate prospecting, you got to marry the process and divorce the result. Marry the process and divorce the result, which is, by the way, easier said than done. I know, I get it. But here's the deal. Back in 2012, I started paying attention to Mike Dillard and Gary Vaynerchuk and Chalene Johnson and Ray Higdon and all these, experts that were talking about marketing and branding yourself and lead generation and building a community, building a following. And I have to admit, I was intrigued. And it was funny because a lot of my upline was very against it. A lot of our upline back in 2012, 2013 really is when we started doing videos. I posted my first video in February or maybe January of 2013. So it's been almost 10 years, which is kind of crazy. My upline was like, what are you doing? Why are you posting videos? What is this? It's weird, right? And not just my upline, like other leaders, like Sideline, even the great Eric Worre, he was very against the whole branding yourself and, putting out content. They're like, that's not duplicatable. It's not simple. People get caught up in creating content and it's a waste of time. Obviously, nobody's saying that now. Nobody's saying that now. And a lot of you are already doing this. How many of you are already putting out content? You're consistently sharing your story, showing your personality. Maybe you believe in entertainment. I like to believe I'm an entertainer. So I entertain you, but I'm training you. I'm teaching you. And actually, if you want to take a note, write this down. The highest form of sales is education. All you have to do is follow Grant Cardone. All you have to do is follow Tony Robbins, Brendan Bouchard, Chalene Johnson, Ray Higdon, all these people that I'm mentioning. If you notice, the majority of their content is value-based. Look through TikTok, look through Reels, look through your Facebook, look through your newsfeed, look through Instagram. What's the majority of the content? It's entertaining, it's educational, or it's empowering. The 3 E's. Now, the other one that I always like to throw in there is the relatability factor. If you're a mom, be a mom. Show mom life. If you're a college student, if you're a construction worker, some people go, oh, my life is so boring or I have nothing good to share. That's just not true. First of all, if you follow other people on social media, would you agree most of them, you don't know what they do for a living? You have no idea what some of these people do. You don't know how they make money, which by the way, from a prospecting perspective, if you don't like prospecting, focus on making friends and building relationships. But also, don't be afraid to ask people, especially people that are content creators, ask them, how are you monetizing? That's not a prospecting question. You're just curious. You're curious. Become a curious person. Become a connector. Create curiosity. Become a great communicator. These people are the most successful in our space with what we do. If you're trying to monetize, if you're trying to make money leveraging the interwebs, if you want to leverage these platforms, then you're going to have to focus on content creation. 80% of your content should be value. Now, value could be, like I said, entertainment. You could be teaching. You could be empowering. If you're having fun and you're putting yourself out there and you're sharing with people things that you found valuable, things that you've experienced, if you're sharing vulnerability, if you're sharing your flaws, if you're sharing your wins, if you're sharing things you're learning. In fact, one of the things that Ray Higdon taught very early on that I don't really see being taught as much anymore. Now, Ray still teaches it, I'm sure, but just in general, one of the things that I started doing in the early days when I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to post every day. ILT, invest, learn, teach. Invest time into learning something and turn around and teach it. You could write down 3 things that were your biggest takeaways. Maybe you go, okay, one tip that I would share that I learned from John is you better have passion. You better have energy. That could be a tip. But the point is, you could read a book, you could watch or listen to a podcast or a YouTube video, whatever. You could plug into a corporate training from your company, or your upline does a training and you take down some notes. You write down some freaking notes and you turn around and you go, I was just on this broadcast. I just listened to this training. I just watched this webinar. I just read this book. And here are my 3 biggest takeaways. All right. I want you to stop just consuming content, and I want you to start creating, and I want you to start looking at things as a marketer, meaning when you're watching someone else's video, someone that you resonate with, right? Maybe you follow 3, 4, 5, 10 people that really inspire you, that put out valuable content. You really like their stuff. You like their style, their personality. I'm not saying to copy it, but model what they're doing. All right. Get ideas from them. In fact, that's what I love about TikTok and Reels anyway, right? It's like all you're doing is hopping on viral videos. You're hopping on someone else's trend, someone else's dance, someone else's lip syncing, whatever. And you're making it your own. If you look at a lot, like I'll give you an example on my team. Okay. A lot of our top recruiters, top enrollers, our top team builders, our top sellers, the individuals that are generating the most leads and most sales, they're telling their story. They post consistently. They mix it up. They're not just, look, sometimes I see people and all they're doing is selling, which is why they suck at selling. And then I see other people where it's like all they do is content, but they're never promoting or posting about their products or their business because they're so afraid they're going to get some negative feedback, or they're going to get some mean comments. Listen, this is not a popularity contest. I'm not on social media just to hang out and have fun. I think it's fun. It's awesome. I've made a lot of money because of social media, but that's why I originally got on social. That's why I got on MySpace in 2006. That's why I got on Facebook in 2008. That's why I got on TikTok. I almost said TikTok in 2019. The reason I got on these platforms is I wanted to build a freaking business. And you can't make money if you never promote the thing that makes you money. But again, I see more people, they just struggle with value. They want to sell, so they're always selling. And the truth is, the people that tend to sell the most products are the ones that are vulnerable. They're smiling. They're having fun. They're mixing it up. People are getting to know them. They're talking about their struggles. They're putting themselves out there, and they don't care if they're made fun of. They don't care if they get haters. Haters don't pay your bills. And I want you to think about this. My friend Danelle Delgado says it best. Who loses if you don't win? So if you really hate prospecting, learn how to market and brand yourself. And if you go, John, I don't understand what that means. What's a brand? Take out the word brand, and it's just your reputation. What do people think about when they think about you? But I can tell you, when I look at my top people, when I look at the people that are having the most success in my organization, it's mostly from Reels. It's mostly from TikTok. It's mostly from these people building their personal brand, building an audience, building a following, pouring value into that audience, telling their stories, mixing things up. And by the way, do you have to go viral to be a top performer, top producer? Absolutely not. But you will notice that the top of the top have videos that have gone viral, or they have a following. Here's one thing you could do too. You could start your own Facebook group. And then I also want you to think, who are the ideal people you want to attract? Because it's all about attraction marketing. Who's the kind of person you want to attract? If you're trying to attract people that want to lose weight, create a fitness community where you share recipes and tips and, different diet ideas or exercise routines, whatever. You could have your whole community of people, of followers inside of a private group where you're able to promote your products and answer questions, and you could have expert interviews and expert trainers come in there and share success stories, right? Find a couple people, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that you want to follow and emulate and model what they're doing. Model what we're doing. Model what the top earners in your company are doing. And again, if you notice, most of them are not selling and promoting their products in every video and every story. They're mixing it up. They're following that 80-20 rule. This is the key to success. If you build a brand and you build a following of people that know you, like you, and trust you, they resonate with you. If all of you start doing what I'm telling you to do, you will never worry about money again. Now, it's going to take time. It's going to take effort. But here's what's neat, okay? Now, I don't like to speak negatively, but if my company ever went away, do you think I would struggle with rebuilding? No. I would break every record in whatever other company I ended up having to go to. Why? Because I have a massive following and I have a lot of influence. Now, I pray to God that never happens, right? But I'm just saying, my last company was shut down by the FTC, and I didn't skip a beat. Didn't skip a beat when I went to the new company that I'm now with for over 6 years, because I had a following and I had credibility. I was able to enroll 38 people, hit one of the elite ranks in my first month. And this is before the ATM system. This is before we offered world-class liquid collagen, and before we had momentum, before we were a hot company like we are today. But I was able to do it because of my reputation, because of the relationships. And you know what? You can find out real quick how much credibility someone has when they have to start all over, right? You can find out real quick how much credibility you have when you have to start all over. Luckily, we had some decent credibility. But the truth is, most of my existing team from our previous company did not come with us. I just think this is so important for all of you to understand. And not only that, you can monetize. Not just with your network marketing business, but you could also sell coaching or write a book or create a course or, whatever. You could do affiliate offers. Now, I also am careful to say that because I see some people bite off more than they can chew. And they're like, I've got multiple income streams. And it's like, yeah, none of them make you a lot of money. That's just dumb, right? You want to focus on one thing at a time. Please write this down. One platform at a time. Don't start a blog and a YouTube channel and a podcast, and then you're like, I'm going to do Reels, TikTok, Instagram. I'm going to start doing coaching. I'm going to write a book. I'm also going to do some affiliate stuff, and I'm going to join 3 different MLMs because I'll be like the trench coat MLMer, dude. It's like, what you want, what you got, I got it all. I got. I'm knocking over my water bottle. I've got, I've got weight loss. I got Forex trading. I've got energy deregulation. I got makeup. No! One thing at a time. In fact, if you're serious about building a significant business in the network marketing direct sales space, you should only do one. If you're doing more than one, you're crazy. You're crazy because it's hard enough to build one, especially if you're going to be a leader. Can you imagine being a leader and I'm your upline, right? I'm your upline, and then I'm promoting a totally different network marketing opportunity. I'm recruiting people from your downline into my new thing. That you don't do that. But when I say multiple income streams, it could just be a job and a network marketing business. It could be your network marketing business, and then you also do coaching. It could be, coaching, and then you have real estate investments that are paying you, cash flow right? Does this make sense? Multiple income streams when building a brand, don't get too carried away. Don't bite off more than you can chew. There's this one woman, and I don't want to make fun of her, but she's always in these new companies and she's prospecting people that are happily married to the company they're in. And she's like, oh, we're doing something new. We're doing something amazing. Oh, I'm going to start my own company. And she's always having to prospect. Why? Because she doesn't have credibility. She doesn't have a good reputation. She isn't very good at marketing. So she has to rely on reaching out to people and trying to beg and convince. She's got commission breath. She's desperate. It sucks. I feel bad for her. She doesn't do what I'm teaching you right now. If the only time you're in someone's inbox and the only time you talk to someone, you're just trying to sell or pitch them your thing, you suck. You suck. Nobody's going to buy from you because they're like, you don't really care about me. You're just trying to make money. You're freaking greedy. Now, I know this is hard to think like this sometimes because some of you are like, I want to just rank advance right now. You're impatient. You have to have patience. In fact, I would have a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a 12-month plan, and a 5-year plan. If you're getting easily frustrated by your lack of results, that's because you have way too much expectation on the possibility of making a lot of money fast. You need to just get rid of those expectations. Faith it till you make it. It took me 7 years to create a full-time income. It took me 16 years to become a millionaire. Thank God I didn't quit and get so easily discouraged like some of y'all. Like, I'm not getting views on my videos. You know, I did a post and I didn't generate any sales. Tumbleweeds were rolling on by. So I used to drive 3 hours to go do a meeting and nobody showed up. As I was backing out of the driveway, after being at the house for 45 minutes trying to convince this person that it's okay and it's not a big deal and it happens, as I'm backing out of the driveway, they're faxing in their resignation. Who's going to start empowering? Who's going to start educating? Who's going to start entertaining? Who's going to entertain?